Welcome to the start of a brand new Business and Markets Week. This is your Frontier opening bell, the first official trading day in the week for many jurisdictions across Africa, North, East, West, South, and Central. Welcome to the week. This was how the markets finished off over the last few sessions. Just before the holiday, the Nigerian market finished on Thursday on a weekly basis, a very strong 2% to the upside. The BRVM finished on Friday, 75 basis points. On Monday, the Egyptian market, which was the second trading day of the week, Egypt's market week starts on Sunday. Monday was 0.16 better, while other markets remained closed. On Thursday, the Nairobi Bulls, which was the last trading day, fell by nearly 20 basis points, while the GSE, South Africa, the largest exchange on the continent, saw 0.35% uptick on its final trading day before the long Easter holiday weekend. So get ready for this week's trading week. It's going to be 4 days, and a lot of markets have 1 day off their calendar already. So take me straight to the news box. Let's start with East Africa. As always, getting some of the biggest news coming through. Kenya's FX deposits hit a record high of 804 billion shillings in the month of February, while Tanzania and Kenya have signed bilateral deals to improve trade relations in gas and aviation sector. A rare $120 million rough ruby diamond from Tanzania goes public in Dubai. And Uganda's government have signed a new loans worth about 2.2 trillion shillings in this half year, 2020-2021. Afrinvest and the International Finance Corporation, the private sector lending arm of the World Bank, have obtained a 6% stake in Auto Express. That's the company. So let's get the West African up and running. The World Bank and IMF annual 2022 spring meetings is already on the way. Today we're expecting the press briefing where the World Economic Outlook report will be published by both the IMF and the World Bank. Also later today, the World Bank President David Malpass and the IMF Chief Kristalina Georgieva will hold a joint chat in which they will focus on some of the biggest stories, what has been described as overlapping crises. Kristalina Georgieva calls it crisis over crisis. That will be focused: inflation, the COVID-19 pandemic, as well as the Russian war on Ukraine. It's a very busy week. Don't miss all our reporting this week from the World Bank and the IMF in Washington, D.C. Ghana is set to roll out 1.50% that e-levy on the 1st of May. That is on the business calendar. It's been kicked against, but let's see how that goes. The Bank of Ghana is looking at just spent 179 million cities to print new city notes in 2021. Ghana is looking to float new version of its currencies in the next few weeks. And Senegal is expected to host the 28th ASEA Congress in July. It's the annual meeting of all the exchanges across the continent under the African Securities Exchanges Association, headquartered in Nairobi, Kenya. In Southern Africa, the flooding crisis is still there, losses of life in the few number of hundreds, and then the economic impact. That is rolling the Ramaphosa's administration on how to deal with months and months of rainfall that all came down within a couple of hours. And real house prices in South Africa is falling further this year, according to a new report. The flooding I talked about, liquor traders will receive 2 million rand in support from the government. Angola, second largest oil producer in Africa, is signed a cooperation deal with Rwanda and dropped the visa requirements across both countries. USA is looking to boost Angola's exports to the United States. That will be good for the country's hydrocarbon and non-extractive industry. As well, Zimbabwe is looking at 50% vehicle export or import duty payment in local currency. The whole idea by Zimbabwe is to ensure that there's liquidity of local currencies in the market and not to allow the dollarization of the economy. And so take a bit of that in US dollar, another half you pay in local currency. So that's helping the Zimbabwean dollar stay afloat. A final note is your North African market. Egypt's unemployment softens to 0.5%, softens 0.5% year on year to about 7.5% in 2021. As a backward look in 2021 data, Egypt's representatives, the reps, are okay, $28.3 million investment deal with the United States. That's been approved by the cabinet, while the current accounts deficit widened to 2.63% to about $7.88 billion in the 6 months to the end of March. And Morocco's economy is expected to grow up to 1.7% in the current year. That's part of the current economic predictions. While Tunis Air, which is the country's airline, reports a revenue that tripled 178% to $216 million for full year 2021, a very pressured period between 2020 and 2021 for airlines around the world. And Tunisia was not an exception, but able to manage the year better with that figure. And that's about it for today. Have a profitable and trading business week, everyone. I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a great day. This is Silver Opening up today. Bye for now.